Up with it. I think it's over.
Let's hitch those trailers.
Let's leak some trailers.
There you go. Let's leak some trailers.
Leak some trailers. There. That's what it'll have to be.
Do I sound all right? Do I sound good?
Yep, you sound good.
Sorry, I'm gonna stop eating. Okay.
What's up, everybody, and welcome once again to the Agents of Helm. Oh, sorry, let me start over. What's up, everybody, and welcome once again to Helm Headquarters, home of the super podcast experts, the Agents of Helm. As usual, our weekly rundown gives the agents an opportunity to scour the world of entertainment and pick out the little slices of heaven that make us excited about our lives again. I'm Agent Malik, back from a short hiatus, and I'm joining the newly minted duo, Joe and Joe, to discuss a little event that recently ended called San Diego Comic-Con. From July 9th to the 12th, a venerable who's who of the world of comic-based entertainment and anything else the cool kids are into jumped on stage to present their projects, answer a bunch of fan questions, and help us justify all the money and time we'll be spending in the coming year with them. 2015 proved to be SDCC's biggest event yet and left us with no shortage of trailers to be absolutely giddy over. So I don't know about you guys, but I got to give a huge thumbs up to Zack Snyder because once again, he managed to show me a trailer that has reserved my ass into a seat on the evening of March 26th. Dawn of Justice looks like it's going to be fan-freaking-tastic. What are you guys looking at?
I'm looking at Ben Affleck looking real fucking stupid. It took everything away from me. Do you understand? It was like eating a chocolate bar and then finding a cockroach embedded in it and trying to eat around it, but that cockroach is still there, man. It's still there with its stupid face, and he is not my Batman.
Well, tell us how you really feel about Ben.
No, see, here's the thing, you guys. It's like there are cool people in this film and who are featured in the trailer, like Amy Adams and Jeremy Irons. So every time I would see one of them, I'm like, yes! And then Ben Affleck would come back on screen, and I'm like, well, fuck, I guess, there goes my excitement. So
I'm guessing Ben Affleck is an older Batman, right? I mean,
Yeah, he looks like
he looks older. Like it looks like the what was the graphic novel? Was it Return of the Dark Knight, whatever it was?
Dark Knight Returns.
Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he looks like. Like he's like getting back into it. He's getting back into Batman after years of not being Batman.
Yeah, it looks like it looks like to your point, it looks like he's retired and he's just Bruce Wayne. He's running Wayne Enterprises and he's doing his thing there, and he's put the cape and the cowl down for whatever reason. And so now obviously he's thrust back in because something happens to Gotham or to the Wayne Industries. Big cataclysmic event that it looks like must be some part of a bigger fight that Superman has, or something along those lines. Because you see that scene when Bruce is running into the smoke, and if you look up while he's running into the smoke, if you look up, it looks like it's like Superman's his eye beams that are like tearing a building apart. And when the smoke clears and he's holding that child, and Bruce is holding that child, and he's looking up, you see a sign behind him and the child. You see a sign that says Wayne Enterprises on the ground, which I guess indicates that was one of the Wayne's buildings. So that whole thing is what kind of drives him back into the thing. But I am curious, Johanna, what did Ben Affleck do to you that before we jump into this trailer, what exactly did Ben Affleck do to you that caused so much venom towards him?
you mean other than existing?
Yeah, other than being born.
Yeah, aside from being born, because he obviously did not have any control over that. He woke up. He came out of the womb with a hater. Like I don't get that.
All right, it's two things. One, why is he Batman? Which is supported by my second point, which is, I mean, did you guys see Gone Girl?
Yeah.
He was just I just got sick of looking at his dumb face because he just plays himself. So in this trailer, he was just playing himself. Henry Cavill was playing Superman. What's-her-face was playing Wonder Woman. Amy Adams was playing whoever the fuck she was playing. Ben Affleck was playing Ben Affleck. Like, he just got off the golf course, and now he's, back in Gotham.
So are you saying Ben Affleck is really Bruce Wayne? So are you equating Ben Affleck to Bruce Wayne? He's a real-life Bruce Wayne?
Oh, man. I don't want to. I don't think so. Don't make me. Don't make me.
I mean, I think that, obviously, the casting of Ben Affleck in the Bruce Wayne role, in this Batman role, especially after what Christian Bale did for the Christopher Nolan movies, for the Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and Dark Knight Returns films, obviously, Johanna, you were not the only person that had, I guess, trepidations about how well Ben Affleck was going to do. My personal feeling is, I've never had a problem with the guy. I don't necessarily agree with the people that have completely destroyed him after movies like Daredevil and Geely. There's movies, if you look at them, those movies were well over a decade ago. People can grow up. It's like one mistake shouldn't destroy your entire career. And he hasn't been that bad, to me, in my opinion, since then. Not great. Definitely not A-list. Give him an Oscar every time he shows up, but not bad. So when I watched the trailer, I guess I can see some of the faces that he makes. He just looks like overly serious, or maybe he just looks like he's just really constipated, like he really has to take a shit. But the moment is just a little too big right now, so me excusing myself to go to the bathroom is really fucked up. So I'm just gonna stand here and deal with it. But I don't have a problem with him as Bruce Wayne, at least not yet. I haven't really heard much of the dialogue surrounding the character, and it doesn't look as though much of this film is going to have anything to do with him solving crimes or figuring out what's going on around him. It kind of looks like everything is going to be kind of thrust in his face, and he's going to be just trying to figure out how to get back the fire of Batman. And try to take down Superman, which is clearly he's not going to be able to do that.
Look, all I'm gonna say is that people kept fucking comparing him to Heath Ledger, and no one had faith in Heath Ledger. Blah blah blah. This trailer, I think, Ben Affleck is no Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger brought the receipts. I don't know if I'm gonna go see this one, guys. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's going to be an assignment, so you're going to have to see it, Johanna. So you're going to go see it, maybe reluctantly, but you're going to have to see it.
I'll drag my corpse over.
Yeah. Well, I too don't have a huge issue with Ben Affleck. I would have been much happier if he were directing as opposed to starring, but I want to see what it looks like. You just never know. He could outperform everyone's expectations and do a really great job at it, or fail miserably, which you'll find out through the early screenings. You'll find out from all the critics and stuff. But give the man a chance. Let's see what he does.
Well, yeah, and I think that's the other part about it. To me, Bruce Wayne, the Bruce Wayne Batman character, has never been so complex of a character that has been written that it really requires the best thespian on the planet to play this role. Michael Keaton did an amicable job. You can say what you want about Christian Bale, how good or how well he did. The Batman voice is still absolutely hilarious to hear him say some of the things that he says. But so to me, I don't think that Ben has to do much in order to be serviceable as Batman. I think that the majority of this film, much like Man of Steel before it, is going to be about the action. It's going to be about, the conflict and all of that stuff. And truthfully speaking, if he fights well enough on screen, I don't think people are going to care too much about it, especially if shit really blows up and gets destroyed the way that we hope it does. But what about Jesse Eisenberg? You guys saw Jesse Eisenberg as
Lex Luthor.
Yeah, talk about another casting
Yeah, I mean, he as soon as I saw him with the long hair, it just totally reminded me of Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor in the very first Superman movie where he's wearing the wig because he's
Yep.
bald underneath. So I don't know if that's supposed to be a wig in this one or that's supposed to be his hair, but he looks so frail. You know, he looks so small.
It looked like he should have been in an Austin Powers movie.
Yeah.
Like, I got very confused about the period of time.
Yeah, because that shirt he was wearing, I'm like, okay. You know, he did look like it was something from the 60s or something. But, yeah, I mean, they really didn't show him too much. I mean, the focus on that trailer was mostly on Superman and Batman. I mean, they showed the glimpses of Lex Luthor and Wonder Woman, but they never, you don't get to see too much of them. And I don't know how much we actually care about them. I mean, I think everybody wants to see the big fight between the two of them. I think that's the real build-up, and I hope it's a decent part of the film, but I don't think it's going to take up a majority of the film, right? I mean, because obviously they gotta unite and take care of the bigger issues at hand, I'm sure. So, but I think everybody's looking forward to the Batman beatdown of Superman, or at least that's what people are hoping for.
Yeah, and I think that's the other part about it that I'm a little concerned about. It's just the pacing of the film. I mean, we got a glimpse of Wonder Woman. Obviously, we've seen Lex Luthor, and there's that scene of Lex Luthor like with that. I guess it looks like a damn near a brick of kryptonite, right? So he's going to do something with that in order to exact his revenge against Superman or whatever. But just in general, it feels like there's going to be a lot kind of thrown into this film. We've seen Wonder Woman, we've seen Luthor. It looks like we're going to get at least glimpses of other heroes, as either making a cameo or just kind of showing up during the action. And so I'm just a little concerned with whether or not it's going to how it's going to look on screen, how it's going to look on screen with all of these characters kind of appearing and doing a bunch of different things. Like, is it going to take up too much?
Yeah, it all depends on how they how Zack does it. I mean, I think Wonder Woman's going to be an extended cameo probably, but like Aquaman, I know he's supposed to be in it. He didn't appear in the trailer, so I'm guessing it'll be something small, maybe towards the end. I don't know. But I just hope that everything, the focus is going to be on the two main heroes, and then obviously the villain. I don't want to get distracted or have screen time forced for some of these other characters, because I think it'll just dilute the movie, and it won't be as good as it can be.
I mean, we didn't even see like Aquaman, did we?
No, we didn't. He wasn't in the trailer.
Yeah, so I mean that's another character that's going to be included, and one that people are going to be excited about, even if it's just the fact that Jason Momoa is playing Aquaman. So it does seem like too many cooks.
Yeah, I'm hoping they manage it properly. If it's done well, you can pull it off. It just it can't be like a major part of the movie.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, it seems like there's a lot. If you really can break down that trailer, there's just a whole lot going on in the trailer, and a whole lot of interesting, shots of individuals that may or may not come to pass. I mean, it looks like the Joker is going to have some kind of influence in the film, with just some of the cryptic messages that he's leaving Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, like on the statue.
On the statue.
The joke's on you, or something like that.
Yeah, which looks like it's written like on the Robin suit. Did you notice that, Joe? Like it's like it's on like a Robin suit or something like that. Which maybe is a statue of a dead Robin, maybe something like that. I don't know. There's obviously something that's sent Batman into retirement, and maybe that's with the Joker. Maybe that's something about the Joker. All right, who becomes this villain that they have that Superman and Batman have to come together to defeat. Because honestly, does Superman really have any rivals? Does he have any physical rivals that he really really requires the assistance of Batman in order to defeat? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on there. I mean, I do kudos to Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Watchmen's the comedian. I'm interested to see him as Thomas Wayne, even though it's probably, given the storyline, he ain't gonna be in there long. But I was happy to see him listed in there. So the other trailers that we got a chance to see were one of the other trailers was a very interesting trailer connected directly to the DC universe, is the Suicide Squad. What did you guys think of the Suicide Squad? What were your takes on it?
See, now that one I'm really looking forward to. Probably more so than Batman versus Superman.
Really?
This looks like it's going to be a fun movie. I like Margot Robbie as, what's her face?
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn. Yeah, she looks cool walking around with the bat. And, Will Smith as, was it Deadlock?
Deadshot, yeah.
Huh?
Deadshot,
I'm sorry. Getting my Marvel DC characters confused. And who were some of the other ones? It was Deadshot, Harley Quinn.
There was Katana. I'm sorry. Like I literally went to look up her name because she reminded me of Gogo Yabari. She's this Asian girl with like a mask on.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about. Is her name Katana? Maybe.
I think so. I looked it up.
Yeah, maybe it is. You're probably right. I know that the Enchantress is in this. We've got Killer Croc. We've got El Diablo, Slipknot. And then Hugo Strange. So we've got a few characters that people may know and others that people may not be too familiar with in this Suicide Squad. But yeah, it definitely has a lot of people in it that I'm interested in seeing. Joel Kinnaman, obviously Will Smith. Obviously Ben Affleck is actually also cast in this, so he is listed as one of the cast members. So look to see him as Bruce Wayne / Batman. So that might ruin it for Johanna. But
why?
I just wonder how much he's actually going to be in the movie. I mean, you see him like on top of the car, I guess trying to apprehend the Joker. That's what it looks like, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't how much. I mean,
probably.
I doubt he's in there that much.
I mean, but here, see, this is my like. We were talking about this just like 5 minutes ago about how like there's just too many characters. It's so hard to keep track of a plot when there's so many characters. I mean, it's the same complaint I had about Walking Dead, which is you just don't get enough time with everybody. Mind you, this is not a thoughtful, contemplative zombie, TV series with like 20 episodes. It's going to be a lot more fun than that, but it just. Yeah.
No.
Oh, it just seems like a lot to me. Mind you, like, I will preface this by saying that I had to look the movie up afterward because I didn't understand what was going on. Beyond the obvious, right? Like they're patsies or whatever. It really did look like a whole lot of fun. And I really like Harley Quinn. I think she's nice.
I think everybody is gonna, like looking at this cast. It's going to be kind of like I bet you they handled it something like a Fast and Furious movie. Like there's going to be like two standouts, two main characters, and the rest is going to be like just going along for the ride and helping out here and there. So I mean, with Will Smith in the movie, I'm sure he's going to be like the main character. And Margot Robbie and Jai Courtney's in it too. He's Captain Boomerang.
Yeah.
So Yeah, I think, and it kind of looks like they're after the Joker. I don't know.
Oh my God,
Because the Joker came in last, and clearly he's like, hurting someone or killing someone. I know he didn't look like he was part of like the team shots they showed. He was never in any of the team shots, so maybe they're after the Joker. I don't know, but I don't know what the premise of the story is. But that would be kind of cool if all of them are trying like to hunt down the Joker.
Well, Joker says, "I'm not here to kill you, but I am going to hurt you very, very bad."
Yeah,
I love that. I love that line.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're right. I think you're right, Joe. And you know, in previous iterations of the Suicide Squad, especially the animated film that came out about a year to a year and a half ago, Deadshot, the Deadshot character was definitely the character that had the most fleshed out arc. I mean, look, this is to me, this is DC's version of the Expendables, and that's probably what it'll look like for me. Is like it's going to be everybody's probably from an action perspective. I think everybody's going to get an opportunity to show what they can do, and you know it's going to center around one or two, like Joe said, with one or two main character types, character arc guys or ladies who kind of drive story. And if the Joker is in it as much as we believe he is, then obviously Harley Quinn is going to be a huge part of it too because of her relationship with the character. I mean, I'm psyched about Viola Davis as Amanda Waller. I think that the Amanda Waller character has taken on so many different personas over the course of DC's time. So from the Cynthia Maxwell Reed, is that her name, or Cynthia Daphne, whatever her. I'm sorry, Cynthia Dye Robinson.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the Arrow series to now Viola Davis. Like it's getting some strong actresses, you know, doing some good jobs portraying that character and just portraying this really powerful, devious member of the government who will do just about anything to get what it is that she wants. So I mean, I'm really I was interested in it just initially, just because it was kind of a bunch of characters that people don't know, and I've always been a fan of the Suicide Squad comic, so I'm interested in just seeing that, and I'm interested in seeing how it ties into the Batman Superman film, which it looks like it may in some way, shape, or form, but also how it eventually ties into what's going to become the Batman standalone film, which we just heard via Comic-Con that Ben Affleck might actually be not only starring in, but writing and directing, co-writing and co-directing as well. So
God help us all.
But yeah, I think this is going to be big, man. I think this movie is going to be really good.
Well, I don't want to take too much time depressing Johanna on films that she's not going to like because Ben Affleck's going to be in them. Let's go to a movie that she actually really can't wait for, and that is X-Men Apocalypse.
Oh man, I am here for that.
We just saw the trailer for that, so Johanna, why don't you just jump in? Tell us what you're thinking about that.
All right, so I was a bit of a procrastinator on watching this one, so I watched it while we were, you know, kind of spitballing before the show, and I think all that the guys heard was me saying, I am here for this. I am so here for this. As anyone who's been listening to the show knows, I am really into the apocalypse, so that immediately caught my attention. The big bad is really interesting. We don't really get to see him. Mind you, the leaked trailer is very dark, so they might have just like this idea of like there's these cults who think that the mutants are second coming, and then there's this very ancient sort of other thing going on, and it's, it looks like Mystique is really taking a lead role. Of course, we see Professor X, and we see Magneto. Trying to think who else. You guys know I'm not as well versed in the mutant universe, so you might have to help me out here.
Well, I was going to help you. You do know that the big baddie's name is Apocalypse, right?
Look, okay, I just know that there is an apocalypse, and there is a big bad who wants to bring about the apocalypse by controlling other mutants, okay? Bear with me here.
But his name is actually Apocalypse.
They didn't say that in the trailer, though, guys, did they?
No, I mean
they don't actually say it. Yeah.
You would just
Okay,
the X-Men fan would know that.
I don't feel as stupid anymore. But I feel kind of stupid anyway. But yeah, I mean, we also get Jean Grey, Sansa Stark, Maisie, no, not Maisie Williams. And she kind of starts off this trailer with like these apocalyptic visions. I'm not gonna lie, I never liked Famke Janssen as Jean Grey. So I'm pleasantly surprised and am anticipating good things from Sansa Stark.
Now, is Sansa really a redhead in real life?
Huh.
I think I read an article where it said that she wasn't. I don't know. I can't say for 100% sure.
I mean, she definitely, you can definitely relate to the redhead because of the fact that she's been a redhead for the majority of her run on Game of Thrones, but so it does fit really well, whether she is or she isn't. I just found that interesting. Yeah, I mean, I see where you're coming from. I mean, I can't say that I was as hyped about the trailer, but only probably because of the fact that it was like a leaked cam, so it's somebody recording it on their phone, and then it kind of feeding directly from their phone into my YouTube. So it's not like an official release. I think I would have to take more time to like sit down and really go through it and watch. But I mean, it looks like all the main characters are there. We've got Magneto, we've got Professor X. I did not see Wolverine. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he's in it, but I don't recall.
I noticed that. That was glaring that Wolverine wasn't in it.
Yeah.
But I think you can bet the farm that Wolverine will be in it and play a major character.
Yeah, I'm definitely sure Apocalypse is going to choose Wolverine to be one of his 4 horsemen.
Yeah, he'll be the only one that could stop Apocalypse somehow. Because he's always the answer in every single X-Men movie. Only Wolverine can do this. Yeah,
it's going to involve his claws, you guys. Spoiler alert. It won't make any sense. It'll defy the laws of physics even more than anything else. It'll be his claws. Spoiler alert.
Going back in time, only Wolverine can do it.
Because he's got claws. He's got the metal in his body.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm happy we're getting back Michael Fassbender. We're getting back Evan Peters, and I mean, looking at the casting list, how can you not? I am in this theater simply because Olivia Munn is going to be in the movie. Olivia Munn will be playing Betsy Braddock, aka the sexiest mutant on the planet, Psylocke. She will be playing Psylocke, and I can't freaking wait. So I'm in there just for that.
I heard she had a wardrobe issue on the set, where I think she like busted out of the out of the costume.
Joe,
it was so tight.
Joe, oh gosh, that's gonna be great. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah, Olivia Munn. It's gonna be. I think a lot of fanboys are looking forward to that.
But yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like. I mean, coming from it's Bryan Singer once again. Of course, you guys know he directed Days of Future Past. He directed the original X-Men, and I believe he directed X2. I know he didn't.
He did all the X-Men movies with the exception of
The Last Stand.
Which Brett Ratner did. So.
Yeah, because Singer was off destroying Superman.
Yeah, destroying Superman.
But yeah, I mean, so I kind of give him the benefit of the doubt whenever it comes to an X-Men film because he hasn't messed up yet in these films. So I'm looking forward to it, even though I will wait to see a better trailer. A better quality trailer and a better quality video format than some nerd's iPhone.
That he kept having to cover.
They want people to see him or whatever.
That kind of bugs me out too. Like, you're at a con, this is 2015. This is the day and age of cell phones. You know that this thing is leaking. Like, if you're going to show, unless you're taking phones at the door, this thing is going to leak. That.
Oh, I think part of them. I think they want it to leak. I don't think they say, put your phones away and stuff. I think deep down they really want you to leak it out because it just helps. Yeah.
No, go on. I'm sorry.
It just helps get the buzz out there, and it feels like, ooh, we got the leaked trailer out there. I mean, I'm surprised there's not 100 of them out there. It's the same one, and only one guy decided to do it. Come on.
The one guy.
Yeah. But at the end of the trailer, you do see what's his face, Charles Xavier, with the shaved head.
Oh yeah, okay. And is it what's this guy's name? I can't remember.
Yeah, it's James McAvoy.
James McAvoy, yeah.
Yeah. You see him with the shaved head, so obviously in this movie, at some point, he's going to shave his head. And I don't know why. I don't know why, but
yeah, I never realized that. I was like, I always just assumed he always was bald. like
yeah.
To see James McAvoy with like this head full of hair, I'm like, I thought his mutant power took away all of his hair. Which would have been cool for me if I had a mutant power, and that meant that was the reason I'm bald. But but yeah, I kind of thought to myself like, yeah, it didn't, it's not going to make him aerodynamic. It's not like he's going much. He's going really fast in that chair. Why shave the head? But whatever. I mean, look, I'm definitely looking forward to this. And is it going to be the last X film? I think that's the only question I have about it. Is this it?
I don't think so. That's why they have all these. They replaced everybody with younger actors.
Mm-hmm.
With the exception, I mean, Jennifer Lawrence is young, but she's already been Raven. But like Jean Grey has been replaced. Hank was already replaced in the other films, and now you have Scott Summers. You have a new Scott Summers, a new Storm, a new Jubilee. I mean, it's all, you got everybody's new, so you can continue and just keep going. Granted, I don't think Hugh Jackman's going to be part of that future.
He already said,
he's not. Yeah.
He gave like a goodbye letter or something. Yeah.
He's going to do that one more Wolverine film and then he's done. So, yeah, maybe in the future X-Men films they don't have a Wolverine character, and I think it might be better off that way.
Say it ain't so.
Yeah, I mean, because I think X-Men First Class was pretty good and it didn't have Wolverine, so I think you can have a successful X-Men movie without Wolverine.
That's true.
So.
Well, fingers crossed for Alexandra Shipp. I mean, and that's the girl that's going to be playing. It's going to be replacing Halle Berry as Storm. Not necessarily. I don't think she has big shoes to fill. I mean, Halle Berry did not do, the best of jobs as Storm in the X films that she was in. But coming off of that Aaliyah film, I think Alexandra needs a win. So hopefully she's able to do well enough so that we're able to forget that she ever played that Aaliyah character, and her career doesn't go down the path of Ben Affleck for the next 12 years of her life. As far as the other trailers, another trailer that I'm crazy about, it's my personal trailer, was Deadpool. I just quick disclaimer, I'm a huge Deadpool fan, have always been a huge Deadpool fan, even when being a Deadpool fan was not the coolest possible thing to do. Deadpool is one of the funniest, one of the most interesting, one of the most insane characters in the Marvel in the Marvel catalog, and I was really happy that they decided to, number one, do this film, number two, recast or correctly cast Ryan Reynolds in this film, and number three, completely disavow knowledge of the first film and just tell the story the way it should be told, and make it a rated R movie, which it's clearly going to be given that leaked trailer that came out. To me, this trailer was a little bit more, just a little bit brighter in terms of just the tone over the X-Men Apocalypse trailer. So I was able to see more, which I really did like. Obviously, the action was great. This is a Marvel. This is one of Marvel's assassin killer guys. So obviously, he's extremely skilled. He knows what he's doing with a gun and a knife, and he has all kinds of different weapons that he uses to destroy the people that he's going after. So, but other than that, it's just really, really funny. the trailer is really funny, so it just kind of leads me to believe that this is going to be a really funny film overall. And while it may or may not tie anything into the Marvel universe, it could very well go down as one of the best films of the Marvel of the Marvel platform. And it's probably not going to have anything to do with like Phase 2, Phase 3. But yeah, I'm super interested. Did you guys get to see that one?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I actually know nothing of Deadpool, but that trailer was so cool. Like, I'm watching and I'm like, regular superhero. Oh my god! The jokes he's making and the things he's doing, and then there's one part where he's sitting with one guy and he says like, "You're as ugly as," and he just kind of kept going like a cactus that had sex with another cactus.
Yeah.
Or it was so entertaining, so much fun. Like I said, I don't know anything about Deadpool. I don't know anything about his story, but I would definitely go see the movie. And I guess that's a trailer that did it right when it could catch someone's attention who isn't necessarily familiar with the world.
Yeah, so I guess they just wiped out X-Men Origins Wolverine, right? I mean, I guess that does not exist.
Yeah, I mean, apparently there's this, like I think I mentioned this to you earlier, Joe. Apparently there's this disclaimer in the voice of Deadpool where he mentions, like, you know how sometimes they say, like, you know, from the director of this film, or from the
Yeah.
and where he says from the studio that sewed my fucking mouth shut earlier, like
Yeah.
something along those lines, where he definitely noted that, you know, he was not done correctly the first time around.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like through the X-Men movies and now this, they've completely wiped out the existence of that movie, which, good riddance.
Which is great.
Good riddance. But anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad Colossus is in it. I don't know how big of a role Colossus is going to play in this movie, but he was prominent in the trailer, so hopefully he's in it quite a bit. I do like that Marina Baccarin from Homeland.
Yep.
She's going to be Copycat.
Ooh.
So I've liked her since Firefly. So I'm hoping that hope she plays a prominent role. And Gina Carano is going to be in it. So she's an MMA fighter. She was in what was it, Fast 6? Yeah, Fast 6. Yeah, Fast 6.
Fast 6. And what was that movie that she got on her own where she was the was her husband or something?
Yeah, In the Blood or something like that. It was shot in Puerto Rico, actually. Yeah, in the Blood or something like that.
Yeah.
Something. Who cares? That movie it's a B movie, but
it's a D movie. But it was it's a D movie. But you know, the action in it was actually pretty.
Yeah,
funny.
she's pretty good when it comes to action.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. You know, yeah, I have my doubts, but the trailer looked pretty good. You know, Ryan Reynolds looks pretty good in the costume. You know, in the outfit. And it looks like it's going to have some decent action sequences. So, yeah, I am looking forward to it. I just wonder how much he's going to break the fourth wall in the movie. Much like the character does in the comic book, I wonder if it's going to be a part of the movie as well.
Well, there is a part in the trailer where he does it, where he definitely does break the fourth wall. If you watch the trailer again, there is a moment where he does it. I don't kind of to your point, I don't know if it's going to be a prevalent thing or if he's just going to do it every once in a while. But yeah, I look forward to seeing how they play it out. I mean, I was really, really worried about, first off, the rating. I really worried that they were going to go with a PG-13 rating just to be able to get more kids and, you know, to get more, because obviously they were going to make more money in box office sales if you can get, you know, kids in the film.
Yeah. Of course.
So I was really hoping, I was really like, there is no way that you could truthfully make a true to story Deadpool movie and make it PG-13. I would not have gone to see it if it was PG-13. So the fact that it's R, the fact that they're stretching the envelope there, and it's not like Marvel's never done an R movie before. You know, I think if Daredevil actually was ever released as a movie, it'd probably be as close to an R as you can possibly get. And Blade was an R, right? So it's perfectly fine that they were able to do that. I'm happy they went down that route, and I'm just, like I said, really happy that this character is getting his just due, even if it's just for one film. That may be all we need from him. So were there any more trailers that you guys wanted to jump into, or are we ready to start talking some zombies?
Let's talk some Walking Dead. Okay. Walking Dead.
Oh, Johanna, was there one that you wanted to talk about?
It's silly because it's not really a trailer, but it was really cute.
Star Wars real?
Yes. It was so cute, you guys. Like, it was kind of like a political ad. In some ways, it's like, look at us, we're using silicone, we're building like actual sets, like very like anti prequels. But like seeing Harrison Ford in the seat with the girl whose name I don't remember, and Carrie Fisher, and it was just it was really good fun. Okay, you guys, I cried. Okay, I just
cried.
I cried.
I didn't cry, but it was definitely an emotional moment watching all these, like watching them kind of rebuild your childhood. You know, like in a way, you know, they're kind of putting these characters together, and you're watching them put the not the animatronics, but the prosthetics on people and putting them in these costumes, and you know, it was really, really cool. I definitely absolutely agree with you that just the fact that they're using practical sets, they're building sets, and they're going to be using a lot of practical work. I mean, that's part of what I loved about the Mad Max stuff, that it wasn't all green screen, that they did take the time to do some practical stunt work. And I think that adds to a feel of realism and a feel of a connection, you know, back to, you know, what made Star Wars great.
Yes.
So I'm absolutely on board with all of that. Watching that just made me that much more interested and that much more excited to see the Star Wars film. And I'm glad they did it that way, because I didn't have to watch a trailer. It was just 3 minutes of them showing me like behind the scenes footage.
Yes.
And that was enough for me to be like, I'm there. I don't care. I was there before you showed me.
Exactly.
Now I'm definitely in there, you know. And if they even showed me just, I hope that's on the like the Blu-ray release, so I can see the entirety of that.
Yes, I feel like that Blu-ray is going to be epic.
Yeah, it definitely will be.
Excitement.
But yeah, it's definitely. I mean, although it wasn't a trailer, it was definitely the talk of San Diego Comic-Con after they had their panel. I mean, a lot of people came out of con talking about their feelings about the Star Wars reel. So kudos to them for being able to give us for them to be able to give us something to be really, really excited about without actually giving us another trailer, because they just gave us a trailer, right? You know, they just gave us a trailer a couple of months ago.
Yeah, like this was more like a sentimental, like, this is what we're doing. And I mean, like, you show Harrison Ford like behind the model of like a Millennium Falcon, and I mean, you're gonna make anybody cry except you.
I mean, they're really trying to get to you emotionally by showing you like Anthony Daniels and Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill, along with the new cast.
Yeah.
And trying to fuse them together to try to make sure that, we grab those old fans of Star Wars and we bring in a bunch of these new fans. So I think it did a really good job of that, of trying to bring the old and the new together, and I know they're probably just hoping to bring in, keep those old fans and bring in some new ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying that reel was all J.J. Abrams saying, "Yeah, I am a fanboy, just like all of you. Mm-hmm. You know, like you know, I loved this shit just as much as you do, and I am going to, I'm going to do everything I can possibly do to stay true to form." And just realize how much Lucas is clearly not a part of any of this stuff. He just stepped away, you know, pretty much big time. Maybe he's just a consultant or something like that, but he's definitely not. He's not putting his 2 cents in on some of the vision for this movie, which would be a good thing.
I wonder if it's. I wonder when the movie starts if it's gonna say Lucasfilm, like all the other ones did.
Probably will. I mean, doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see December 25th.
Absolutely.
Or
Yeah, Christmas is definitely gonna be quiet in my house because I won't be there. I will be at the Star Wars premiere. Christmas morning, kids can open up their gifts much later. Kids can open up their gifts while Daddy's not there. Just tell me what they thought about the stuff that I got them. But because Daddy's gonna open up his present, and that's Star Wars, The Force Awakens. So yeah, so the next, obviously, if anybody that's watched this show, yeah, through or listened to our show throughout the year and almost 2 years now that we've been doing our podcast, knows that, the Agents of Helm, we're all about zombies and The Walking Dead. So, uh, definitely we definitely took some time to take a look at the upcoming trailers of both Fear the Walking Dead, which starts August 23rd on the AMC network, as a tie-in to the season 6 Walking Dead, and luckily for us, AMC gave us a trailer for both. So I guess we'll start with the Fear the Walking Dead first. I know Johanna, you didn't get a chance to see it. So Joe, give us a rundown as exactly like what did we see, what it's about, and and what are you tthinking about it?
all right, we're gonna have to pause Ray because I don't remember it.
Oh yeah, we can.
We're gonna have to pause so I can watch it real quick, or maybe all of us can watch it real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
I'll watch it.
Uh,
I'll watch it on my iPad.
I'll
Woo!
watch it again.
Oh wait, if I put it on here, you guys will hear it. So.
and how long is this trailer? Is it like a couple of minutes?
3 maybe?
Let's see.
Official world premiere trailer. Yeah, like 302, 309, something like that.
Yeah, I'm bringing it up. It's starting now. Yeah, see, the one I'm looking at is 31 seconds, so this cannot be it. Uh, oh,
There you go, Joe.
okay. Oh, here it is. 3 minutes, 8 seconds. All right. Can you guys hear that? Can you
Nope.
hear me watching it?
No, I can't hear you watching it.
Okay. it sucks we gotta wait all the way to August 23rd.
Isn't it exciting?
Huh?
It's really exciting. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty cool.
Yes.
So, where's Malik?
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah. So, I guess say it over again, this time including Johanna, that we all got to see it.
All right, so okay. So anybody that has listened to this show over the almost 2 years that we've been doing it now knows that the Agents of Helm are huge fans of the Walking Dead and zombie stuff in general. Needless to say, we were all extremely excited to see the trailers for both the new season of The Walking Dead and also the inaugural season of a new show that AMC is premiering called Fear the Walking Dead, which appears to be the prequel to The Walking Dead, series that has been going on at AMC for the last 5 years or so. We all three got a chance to take a look at it, myself, Johanna, and Joe. What are you guys thinking? What's your takeaways from Fear the Walking Dead? So, Joe, let's start with you. Just kind of give us a rundown as to what's this all about. I mean, we kind of know, where The Walking Dead kicks off with our main guy, Rick, waking up in a hospital and, the world's gone to shit. This kind of gives us the what's going on while Rick is napping in Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the world is under the impression that there's some kind of flu going around, some deadly flu, and they're telling people to get vaccinated and stuff like that. And then you start to see like some viral footage of people eating other people. People taking gunshots and getting back up, and they don't understand what's going on. So it's kind of like the slow burn. You would think that this would happen like at a much faster rate, but it seems like it's slow in the beginning with the zombies taking over, and then it seems like by the end of the trailer, it's a full on apocalypse mode, and it probably is going to take. Probably all 7, because there's only going to be 7 episodes in season 1. So I'm guessing this will be like, by the time we get to the end of episode 7, we're in full apocalypse mode at that point. And then we'll be obviously not caught up to Rick and these guys time-wise, but as far as apocalypse is concerned, I think we'll be full-on zombie mode by the time we get to episode 7.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like, and it looks like from this perspective, I mean, a lot of the action. So to me, a lot of the action in the Walking Dead series is all about it's all about these guys trying to get away from like hordes and hordes and hordes of the dead. Whereas the action in this seems a little bit more fast paced than the action in The Walking Dead, because it's really about all these people like trying to get away from whatever the hell it is that's going on. So there seems to be just a lot more going on, and it's a little bit wider pace because it's not following like one group of people going from place to place. It's like the entire city. So there's going to be looks like there's going to be just a lot more world to explore, a lot more just a lot more area that they're going to be dealing with. And a bigger scale of issues, because the issues in The Walking Dead are just literally what's in front of Rick and his crew, not necessarily like the wider epidemic that they're facing, and like obviously how do we fix this, or what do we do to get to safety. Like a lot of these people have no clue what the hell's going on, and so they're just trying to figure out how to get to tomorrow, which at the very least, if nothing else, we could say that Rick and his crew on The Walking Dead know how to survive the day. They're just trying to figure out how to survive life. But Johanna, what's your take on Fear the Walking Dead?
I'm really excited. I really like the slow burn. I think they're probably taking their cues from just any other epidemic where all of a sudden, the whole city doesn't get SARS. It just starts very slowly. I think I don't know how to describe it. It to me just seems more like true dystopian fiction, if that makes any sense, because the crew, the Walking Dead crew seem to be walking in sort of like this world that's really dangerous but almost seems out of time. Do you know what I mean? Like when they get to Atlanta, it's totally abandoned. And they're kind of just like in the countryside, but this is like we are in the city, we are dealing with this epidemic. Like how do these people who aren't cops or, don't like live in like the backwoods and hunt frogs like Daryl, like what do they do? And I get all these really hints of really cool stuff, like how there's these missing posters, and people have like the leaked footage on their phones of the zombie coming back to life. And then as I was talking to Joe earlier, there's a Salvadorian family in it, and I can't think of any other show period where there are Salvadorian characters. And I know that doesn't seem like much of a deal, but I'm half Salvadorian, and I think it's really cool that there are Salvadorians or characters. Ruben Blades is on the show. He's Panamanian. I couldn't identify the other people in the trailer, but yeah, I'm like, I knew I was going to have to watch it because, for the podcast. But now I'm like really excited for it. Like, it's really cool, and my husband's into this sort of thing, so I'll know he'll watch it with me too.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead, Joe. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say, I'm looking forward to because I really like Cliff Curtis as an actor, so I'm glad I'm glad he's in another show, and I'm looking forward to seeing him in the show. I think he's gonna be the lead. It seems he's gonna be the lead character. He's gonna be this show's Rick. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to Cliff Curtis and his family, the family arc, and just seeing kind of where they end up. I mean also, just one thing that I'm curious about is just how this ties into Atlanta, if it does in any way, shape, or form, and if it gets a season 2. I mean, because the idea for shows is if they have plans on making a multiple season show, what's the timeline going to look like from Fear the Walking Dead to The Walking Dead? What's that going to how much sense they're going to make? I mean, obviously we're not gullible enough to believe that what's going on in Atlanta is during The Walking Dead is the only thing that's going on during this zombie apocalypse. Clearly, there's people in other parts of the country dealing with similar situations to Rick and his crew. So maybe it's a thing where they do like a time jump, and by the end of the season, there's another group of people on the West Coast that are dealing with similar situations, just in different circumstances than Rick and his team. So I'm very interested in seeing how Fear the Walking Dead comes out. I mean, maybe we get a little bit of an explanation to the origin of these characters, or the origin of this virus, and this gives Kirkman and the team writing it just a lot of leeway to tell a different type of story, and something that they've never told in the comics before, which really allows them to step out of the source material a bit, and kind of be original, which could be really good. Johanna, I'm going to jump to you for the Walking Dead premiere, or the trailer for the Walking Dead. What did you think about the trailer for the Walking Dead season 6?
I really thought it was cool, and it was extremely exciting. They seem to be setting up Morgan as kind of like this anti-hero, or even possibly a villain, and just kind of, he's trying to rile up the people of Alexandria, and Rick is trying to be a counterpoint. And what I really liked about the trailer is you can't tell who's really the villain of the two and who isn't. So I really appreciated that. You get a ton of action sequences, like just, slammed together, and it's obvious that the crew is going to continue to beat the crap out of zombies, and that the producers are going to keep, the director is just going to keep upping the ante on the violence. So that was great. The last scene is of Daryl being tied up by someone who could possibly be a wolf, but I don't think I saw the little W. That's something that is missing from the trailer, is anything significant about the wolves, which makes me wonder if that's like kind of the ace up the sleeve for the show. My only worry, one of my worries is that Daryl is going to die, as it usually is. The second worry is that all the action that we saw in this trailer will be in the last 2 episodes of the season, which is what happened last year. So I'm really hoping against hope that this tension that they're building between Rick and Morgan lasts, and that we get lots and lots of zombie killing, and that Daryl doesn't die.
Oh, Johanna, it's going to be a bunch of stare downs and conversations for 8.5 episodes until finally one of them decides to shoot a gun.
Yeah, I want to see what event happens that turns Morgan and Rick against each other. Because it seems like Morgan's trying to get the town against Rick, and trying to exile Rick and his people from Alexandria. So I want to see what happened for Morgan and Rick to turn against each other.
I don't think much needs to happen for Morgan to realize that Rick is fucking crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Morgan's not too well in the head either.
Well, but he's never had to. The interesting thing about Morgan, which I've always liked, is that I guess after the death of his son, which obviously happens off camera, Morgan really doesn't have to fend for anybody but himself, right? He's never tasked to do what Rick does throughout the course of the run, which is, take care of a group of people and sacrifice not just for himself but for the good of others. Morgan's always been a nomad, you know what I mean? He's always been a kind of fly by the seat of his own, fly by his own thing, do his own thing type of guy. And so it's just interesting that, now it appears that Morgan is trying to be the one to take care of the people of Alexandria, and Rick is the one trying to teach them how to be survivalists, which is usually the other way around. Morgan the one teaching them how to survive out there, and Rick trying to keep everybody home, And
I mean, he's got a point, though. I think he says it in the trailer. Rick says it, like, this dude just kind of shows up, and I mean, we've been, Morgan, for like 1 or 2 seasons now. 2 seasons.
Yep.
Like, he's got to come crashing down off his Morgan pedestal. So this might be a chance to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm interested to see, again, like, how they pit these two against each other. Because they seem like they're, at least before, they both seemed like they were on the same page.
Right.
And now they're on opposite ends, or Morgan is flipped and wants him gone. I don't know. But clearly, if they do get into a fight, we already know who's going to win this fight. I mean, there's no, as good as Morgan is, Morgan's not going to come out on top.
Rick's got the crazy in him.
He's either going to get away or Rick is going to kill him. One of the two is going to happen. So that's why I don't think there's so much drama there. Nothing's going to happen to Rick.
Yeah.
And he's not. He's not dying.
He's probably not dying.
And
that doesn't mean we won't lose a really important character, though.
Yeah, we could lose an important character. It's not going to be Rick.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see Lenny James hanging around The Walking Dead for too long. So, if they want to keep him coming back, maybe he escapes or something. If not, then Rick puts him out of his misery at some point. But I mean, I'm sure the episodes will be drama filled. I just don't, at the end, it'll be who else is going to die that's not Rick. And is it going to be any of part of the core group, or is it going to be like people who live in Alexandria that I really don't care about?
Like, in like the description I read, they're like, and Ethan Embry's on this season, and I was like, why the fuck should I care?
Really?
Can't
He's
hardly
Canada?
wait.
Was he in the final episode? Ethan Embry?
It was like some rando. Like I don't know. He looked like he was doing stuff, but like the whole description was like, you know, and like new arrival Ethan Embry. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, this is not exciting news.
Yeah, I don't. Unless someone really bites the bullet, like someone that we care about, like a Daryl or Carol or any of the other characters. Michonne.
It's not going to be Daryl because I say so, but also because that's a fake out. That scene was a fake out.
Oh. Yeah, Daryl's going to escape that. Give me a break.
Yeah. It looked like Carol.
If Glenn can escape with a bullet in his leg or arm, wherever it was, and a zombie right on top of him, or two zombies, whatever it was, and he got away, I think Daryl's going to get it. Daryl's going to get away.
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to kill Daryl, they're damn sure not going to show you any parts of it in the trailer.
No.
They're damn sure going to wait until they're not going to tease that at all. They're going to make everybody. They're going to make Twitter explode the day that happens.
I mean, they killed Jon Snow. Okay, not them specifically, but Jon Snow was killed.
Yeah.
Daryl could be Jon Snow.
Could be. I'll be interested if they introduce another character that could potentially replace Daryl in the hierarchy of the team. Then I'll be more convinced that he's gonna bite the big one. But right now I'm not gonna say anything about it. I don't know. But yeah, it definitely looks like an interesting season, and hopefully it's more interesting than last season, because last season to me was just a lot of slow build to not much at the end, because there was really no villain in the entire season worth talking about.
Yeah, it was a slow death to the audience.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
So maybe this time around, we at the very least get a clear understanding of, and even if we don't have a clear understanding of who's good, who's bad, but at least a clear understanding of who's opposed of whom. And then we can kind of make our own decision about what we think about the characters and where they're going and what they're doing. But it looks interesting. Looks like an interesting season to come, and the agents, as usual, will be ahead of all of the all of our weekly specials during the season, and during the Fear the Walking Dead season, will be all about breaking down those episodes and giving you exactly what you need to go to work the next day and talk about what you saw on the Walking Dead. Before we head out, is there anything that you guys wanted to bring up? Anything that we didn't cover? Anything that you guys wanted to touch on before we cut out tonight?
No, I think we covered all the trailers that I watched, or that I at least was interested in.
Cool. Well, all right. Well, we'll cut that part out. So.
Yeah, we will. I will. I'll cut it out.
All right. So before we cut out for the night, I just want to say, anybody that saw any other really, really interesting trailers from San Diego Comic-Con, any trailers that are online, please feel free to send us a message on Facebook or on our Facebook page or on Twitter, so we can take a look at what you guys saw and what you guys thought was the most interesting. Some top 10s that we saw that are out there. We have the Heroes Reborn trailer. We have the trailer for Sinister 2. I don't know if you guys saw the first Sinister, but there's a Red Band trailer out for Sinister 2. Season 3 of Hannibal. Apparently there was a Comic-Con digital exclusive trailer looking ahead at the Red Dragon, which we know that Season 3 of Hannibal is the last season of that show, but at the very least there's going to be another season. At the very least there was a trailer for that, which people thought it was really good. And then Ash versus the Evil Dead. I mean, none of us got a chance to see this trailer. It's out there, it's available, but it definitely looks like it's taking a page from the Evil Dead series and looking like it's taking place in between Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness. I believe that's what the third one was called, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to go down that more comedic route of Ash, the Ash character, played by Joe. Give me his name again.
Who? Bruce Campbell?
Bruce Campbell. There you go. Bruce Campbell reprising the role of Ash, and kind of maybe going back to where it all began, and trying to get rid of banish the evil once and for all. But we'll see. I mean, that to me, I'm a huge fan of the original Evil Dead, and I like the remake. And I'm a big fan of Bruce Campbell, so I definitely give it a couple of episode run just to see what happens. So that's it. Johanna, Joe, and Malik, we are the Agents of Helm. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your week. Stay tuned. We've got some more episodes coming out for you, some more podcasts that we're going to be doing and releasing very soon. Like I said, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, all of our social medias, or just send us an email at agentsofhelm@gmail.com. And of course, feel free to jump on iTunes, subscribe, and leave us a comment whenever you get a chance to. So again, for Johanna and Joe, I am Malik. We are the Agents of Helm. Have a great night. Peace out.
Later.
Sweet.